Welcome back to the Nerdy Grail and welcome to an unboxing video that I have been really excited for. Now behind me you can see I've got my Doctor Who The Collection seasons 19, 20, 22 and 23. So the Peter Davison and the Colin Baker era, because in today's video I'm going to be unboxing the latest in the Doctor Who The Collection range, which is debatably probably one of my favourite seasons of Classic Who. It does actually contain my favourite story of Doctor Who of all time, and it actually completes both Peter Davison and Colin Baker's eras on Blu-ray. I am of course talking about Doctor Who The Collection Season 21, which has stories like The Warriors of the Deep, The Awakening, Frontios, Resurrection of the Daleks, Planet of Fire, Caves of Androzani, and the Twin Dilemma. Has a plethora of special features. It looks absolutely gorgeous, and my parcel has arrived from HMV, so I'm gonna waste no more time because I'm really looking forward to this set in particular. When it was announced, I went absolutely crazy, especially watching that Fifth Doctor versus the Daleks little mini-sode that they did to advertise the set, which I have done a reaction for. So if you'd like to check that video out after this video, then please feel free to do so. But let's waste no more time and jump straight into this unboxing of Doctor Who The Collection Season 21 on Blu-ray box set. Okay then, so let us unbox this parcel and have a little look and see what this collection set looks like. I'm really excited for this. Ooh, this looks a massive set. So there we are, I've taken it outside the box, so throw that to one side. Yep, this is definitely the biggest box set of the collection range so far, with a whopping 10 discs. And no surprise, because the price point for this collection box set has actually gone up. They'd gone up before to $44.99, but this collection set is actually $57.99, but you get so many goodies in it. And just look at that artwork. The Fifth Doctor looks absolutely amazing. If you have a little look at his coat on the one side, you can see it's a little bit muddy and charred, obviously going based on the Caves of Androzani. I think maybe what would have been nice is maybe having his face be a little bit more battered, maybe having the little cut that he has at the top of his head by the end of the story. But I think overall it looks gorgeous. I love all the different villains that we've got, like the Malice from The Awakening, we've got the Master, we've got Davros and the Daleks, we've got the Gravis and the Tractators from Frontios. There's just so many. There's a Silurian there. I think that's Iktar from the Silurians. In the corner, actually, there, you can see that we've got Shara's Jek. But we'll get a proper look at this when I take it out of the cellophane. Then there is the spine, where you've got the Fifth Doctor there. You can't see the villains on there. Doctor Who The Collection range, which I'm glad that they are keeping the Jodie Whittaker logo for consistency. Season 21. And it is just gorgeous. And then there is the back. You've got some beautiful artwork there from Warriors of the Deep with Tegan, Turlough and the Fifth Doctor, with the Merca and the Sea Devils and the Silurians. And it says, continue your Doctor Who archive with the Ultimate Collector's set. And it tells you the stories it includes. So Warriors of the Deep, The Awakening, Frontios, Resurrection of the Daleks, Planet of Fire, The Caves of Androzani and the Twin Dilemma. All 26 episodes newly restored for Blu-ray and packed with extra material, including, and then there is just a brief look at some of the special features, which I will read a couple of them out. So we've got Warriors of the Deep Special Edition, a brand new 4-part edit of the story with updated special effects and immersive 5.1 surround sound. Updated special effects on The Awakening, Frontios, Resurrection of the Daleks and the Caves of Androzani. In conversation, so we've got 3 new interviews with Janet Fielding, who plays Tegan, Mark Strixton, who plays Turlough, and Matthew Waterhouse, who played Adric in seasons 18 and 19. Then we've got new making-of documentaries for Resurrection of the Daleks and the Twin Dilemma, bonus documentaries, Look Who's Boating, and 48 Hours with Fielding. I'm really looking forward to those. Behind the Sofa with 7 new episodes. 2 new episodes of Doctor Who The Escape Room. Now that I'm really interested and fascinated in, because I love the escape rooms and I think that's going to look amazing. The 5-ish Doctors with brand new audio commentary. Tales for the TARDIS, first time on Blu-ray, the 2023 version of Earthshock, with linking material from Peter Davison and Janet Fielding. Yeah, I found that very interesting that they're including the Earthshock Tales from the TARDIS in this. Now, I know the Tales from the TARDIS wasn't out at the time of season 19, but it just feels a bit odd to just throw that one in here. But hey-ho, I suppose it's because they got Matthew Waterhouse back for this. Then you've got the 5.1 surround sound mixes, exclusive to Blu-ray for Warriors of the Deep, The Awakening, Resurrection of the Daleks, and The Caves of Androzani. New audio commentaries with Peter Davison, Janet Fielding, and Mark Strickson. Archive treats, Blu-ray trailer, convention footage, and much, much more. And then what I quite like is, because sometimes they're very inconsistent with who they credit, it does actually say starring Peter Davison, Janet Fielding, Mark Strickson, Nicola Bryant, and introducing Colin Baker. So rather than just putting Colin Baker, they say and introducing. So I think that's quite a nice one. Hopefully in the season 4 box set, they'll have William Hartnell and say and introducing Patrick Troughton, or maybe they'll say Patrick Troughton and featuring William Hartnell. So I think that'll be quite nice. But yeah, so that is the box set. And then there is the bottom. And now I think that's interesting. If that is what's on the back of the box, then I'm really, really impressed that they've actually managed to incorporate Colin on the actual artwork of this. I have seen that apparently on the disc trays at the back, they've split the face in half. But if that's what's on the back, then that is amazing. So let's waste no more time. Let me get my handy dandy scissors. Let's take the cellophane wrap off and have a deeper dive into what this box set looks like on the inside. So my handy dandy scissors has peeled away the cellophane. So let's take a look and see what this box set looks like on the inside. I do really love these collection box sets. They are just gorgeous. And Lee Binding, by the way, who does the artwork for these sets, he outdoes himself every single time. I have done a video where I've ranked all the artwork so far for these collection sets, so if you want to check that video out, you can as well. But there is the artwork free from the the cellophane wrap. So you get a better look there at the villains, the Doctor's face there, with the multicoloured stuff in the background, like the explosions. I love how colourful it is. So let's take this outside of the J-card now. So this is the J-card where it says Doctor Who, The Collection, Season 21. And as you can see there, it is a 10-disc set. 10 discs, that's massive. So you can see how thick this is. So I'm really interested to see what sort of protector this is going to need to go in. Because we haven't had one this size yet, so it's going to need to go in something particular, I'd say. So if I put the J-card down for a moment, let's have another little look at the artwork. And yeah, I'm actually seeing the back and I'm just so impressed. So there is the front, and there's a better look at the villains on the front, which is gorgeous. And you can see that the Doctor's actually holding the vial of the bat milk from the Caves of Androzani. But yeah, and then again, there is the side where it says Season 21, but this is the back. Honestly, the fact that they've managed to incorporate Colin Baker on this box set in particular, I think is just fantastic. And that shows dedication, and that shows a love for a Doctor that for many people was severely underrated or overly hated. I love the Sixth Doctor, and I think Colin Baker is fantastic. I've met him so many times at conventions, and he's such a lovely guy. So I'm really, really glad they've managed to incorporate both the main Doctors of this series. Well, Peter being the main Doctor, but to incorporate Colin is really, really nice, considering he's only got 2 sets himself. So let's have a little look at the inside. Yeah, you can tell how bulky this is. Man, I'm just having a little look now. So yeah, on the inside, look, we can get a little bit of a glimpse at it. So there is the artwork that is actually featured to house the booklet. So that's from Frontios, where the TARDIS has been destroyed. There's meteorites everywhere. The Doctor, Turlough and Tegan are hiding out. Really, really nice. There's like the full, I suppose you want to call it, wraparound of the artwork, which I think is gorgeous. The disc artwork's really, really nice as well. So we'll take a little look at some of the discs. So we've got the first disc, which is Warriors of the Deep, with the 5th Doctor, Turlough and Tegan on the front. Then the second disc then we have got features The Awakening, which is really, really nice. I like the colour scheme on these discs. Beautiful. Disc number 3 then, we have Frontios, with Turlough looking quite traumatised there, being surrounded by the Tractators. So that is disc number 3. Disc number 4 then, we've got Resurrection of the Daleks. Really, really nice. Disc number 5 then, we've got a second disc for Resurrection of the Daleks with Tegan and Turlough. Then disc number 6, we have got Planet of Fire with Perry, Turlough and Chameleon, because everyone forgets about Chameleon on the disc artwork, which is nice. Disc number 7 then has the Caves of Androzani with the 5th Doctor taking a very sick and dying Perry back to the TARDIS. Then disc number 8, we have got the Twin Dilemma with the 6th Doctor wearing the 5th Doctor's outfit and Perry there. The Doctor looking quite smug there, I must admit. Disc number 9 then is Planet of Fire Special Edition and bonus disc. Quite interesting that they've put that on disc 9. Don't know why that's disc 9. I would have thought that should have come before the Caves of Androzani discs. And then the final disc, so disc number 10, is another bonus disc which doesn't seem to want to come out. So I'll just pick it up. It is a picture of Colin and Nicola Bryant's Perry, and it's a bonus disc which probably features a lot of the other bonus features. Maybe stuff like the Tales from the TARDIS. Ah, there we go. I've managed to take it out. There we are. There's the other disc. And just in the background, if I quickly show you what I meant earlier, there is a picture there of both Peter and Colin. They've managed to split the faces, which I think is really, really nice. Another way to incorporate 2 Doctors. So hopefully they will do that for Patrick Troughton and William Hartnell from season number 4. So let's put this disc away. There we are. Close the disc tray. And let's take a little look at the inside of the booklet. So if we have a little look, there's the artwork on the interior, which is really nice, with Tegan, Turlough, and the Doctor, with the Silurians and the Merca. And then inside, we've got 2 little booklets. We have got the... I'm not going to go through this one. This is just a generic merchandise booklet that gives you stuff on like audios, comic books, magazines, stickers, upcoming conventions, anything like that. Merchandise-wise for Doctor Who. And then we have the actual booklet itself, the limited edition booklet, which on the back actually has pictures of both the Doctors. So you got the 5th Doctor, 6th Doctor, Perry, Turlough and Tegan. Really, really nice. And just inside, it's just basically gives you a lot of information, the backgrounds on the stories, gives you contents lists for every single episode. And they always do some really nice artwork in these booklets, I must admit. I adore it. In fact, I'm going to skip ahead and see what they've got for the Caves of Androzani, because that, like I said, Caves of Androzani is my favourite story. So there's the contents list for the Caves of Androzani. But they'll have some nice artwork, I'm sure, for the caves. Yeah, gorgeous. Absolutely adore it. Caves of Androzani is my favourite story in Doctor Who history. And then there's a full wraparound of the booklet artwork. Yeah, and if you just want to quickly see what the inside of this looks like as well, because they always do like a little TARDIS backdrop. It is to do with Frontios and the TARDIS being pulled apart with the Gravis sort of looking on quite menacing. So if I just pop the booklet and all away, close that up quite nicely. There we go. Close that up. Put that in there and then pop the box set back inside the J-card. There we are, and there we have it. That is Doctor Who, The Collection, the complete season 21 on Blu-ray box set, and that fully completes the Peter Davison and Colin Baker era on Blu-ray. So now we have officially finished the 80s era of Doctor Who. Every single season from the 80s is done with the last Tom Baker season out. All of Peter, Colin and Sylvester's eras out. And there's not many seasons left to go now. Obviously, we had the news of episodes from the Daleks' master plan being found, so hopefully we'll get that at some point, and maybe we'll be one step closer to Season 3 potentially coming out. But that is going to be my unboxing of Doctor Who The Collection Season 21. I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, please like it by giving it a thumbs up and comment down below your thoughts on this amazing Blu-ray box set, and subscribe if you are new. But for now, this is the Nitty Grail signing off. I hope you've had an amazing day, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye for now, everyone.